And we're back with Canadian Disc Golf Productions. Today we are watching round 2, front 11 of the King's Forest Open in Hamilton, Ontario. I am Chris Brown.
I'm Robbie Holden.
And that's your commentators for today. We get to walk you through this beautiful course.
Yeah. Looking forward to see the round 2 here.
Yeah, if you didn't see round 1, it was a fun one. It wasn't our performers did not perform as much as they would have expected, but we get a whole new lead card for round 2, and this will be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the leaders here and seeing how they attack. Where round 1 was from the gold tee pads, going to be playing from the middle tee pads this time around. So hopefully we can see some even hotter scores here than we did in round 1.
That's true. What I really appreciate about this course is all 3 layouts. They have roughly the same pars, a couple adjustments here and there, but they really reflect the skill level of the people they're trying to attract for those things. So the golds are meant for the pros,
yep.
Where, even -2, -3, it would be a really good score for any pro coming here. I'll continue that afterwards. To start off, we have Chris Ozolins, our tournament director and course installer and all-around good guy.
Yeah, Andrew Leland here as well.
Coming from local as well, Zanini. All names you probably know by now if you watch this thing. Yes, sir. And then Thomas Hums come all the way down from Sudbury.
Yeah, good to see Thomas down here.
The next tournament, Project 15. That's really fun.
Heck yeah, waving to all his fans.
So yeah, the holes really reflect the skill level. So the golds are good for the pros. I'd say these tee pads, like a good even round, is going to be somewhere, I'm guessing, around 950, maybe 940.
For even?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and then you get up to the reds, and even will be around 900. So it's like it plays perfectly for like the different skill levels for how you do it.
Yeah, it is some of the best like variation of tee pads that you'll see at a course. It's fantastic.
Hole 9 here, as you remember, it's the additional hole that they added. It's in the ditch. It's really straightforward. You see a couple flex forehands, which I really appreciate as a good play here if you have it. Andrew Oz going a little long. Andrew coming up a little bit left, but still getting a great roll.
Yeah, that roll is fantastic. Putting him right inside the circle now.
Actually a little short, not even long. The wind did not get better.
No.
It actually got worse, if you would believe it. But again, it was consistent, so if you knew what you were doing, you could kind of play to it.
Cam with a fantastic sidearm there.
So yeah, expect some you might call soft pars, if you will, on a couple of the holes. Maybe a couple par 5s that are eagleable. Understand that this layout is not meant for these players, and who doesn't love a good eagle run every once in a while?
Absolutely. And as someone who, for myself, played from the mids both of my rounds as an amateur player, it's really cool to see the pros playing the same layout here. Get to see what I can only dream of maybe someday. Thomas coming up wide on his putt there. Oz, fantastic.
Good to see Oz back at top form. He was injured a little bit in the end of last year. Just dropping below that 1,000 rated mark, but probably after his 939 rated first, or 1039, was it 1039? Yeah, 1039 rated first round. Cam heel clicks his way into a birdie. The 939 rated scorching first round will help him way back up there. Nice putt, Leyland.
Yeah, definitely love to see Oz out here. Little plug for my own podcast, Missed Mando. We had Oz on lately, and he was talking about how he's excited to get out there this year, play more. A couple on the Pro Tour as well that he said he signed up for. So really excited to see Oz out there more this year.
Yeah. Does a lot for Ontario disc golf.
Absolutely.
What do you call it? The ODSA, the CAN disc on there.
Yep.
Coordinator for Ontario. Does a lot. Respect him for it.
Beautiful sidearm there from Oz.
You'll see a sidearm and a backhand from all 4 players here. They all can do both equally proficient. So whatever the best shot is, you'll see them throwing it.
Yeah, very well-rounded players we have on this card here. Moving on to hole 10, par 3, 245. You saw it in round 1. uphill, playing probably closer to 280, and pretty wide open. Just looking to swing something right and crash in on the hill, most likely.
Yeah, the only real danger is the wind pushing you onto the green, or if you really get a hold of it, turning it over onto the path, or if you get caught behind that trees that we talked about in the first round. Relatively straightforward for all these guys.
Yeah.
They're all going mid-range at best. Maybe a putter if you're feeling frisky.
If you really want to flex on your card mates.
Yeah. Absolute. Oh, he's gonna have that V tree in his way. I would love to see you putt through it, Leyland. He's getting a plastic playback for that, and I guarantee you he did not like it out of his hand.
Oh, it's going left, but trickling up. Wow, he might be lined up perfectly for that V tree. Now I'm seeing on that angle.
Yeah. Leyland is one of the smoothest players you'll see. Everything he does, really controlled and fast.
That's the play that I'm looking for there.
Yeah, that play can get away from you if you give it a little extra. Another angle from Cam's shot. If you give it a little extra, you get caught up in this tree that we're standing next to here.
Yep.
And that's where you get trouble. Oh,
Yeah.
again, a triple.
Oh, wow.
A triple Cam shot.
Cam getting the love here. Fantastic shot, though. Well deserved. Yeah, just coming up short of those trees, right into the hill, taking off all the speed, and just collects up nice and close.
This is a really fun hole. It's one that it still gives the MPOs a little bit of trouble, but and really anybody. This might be some people's first birdie or something like that if they come here a lot. So I like the fact that it's doable.
Yeah.
We had 2 plastic playbacks in this hole.
Thomas following suit.
Realistically, we could have done everybody on a plastic playback.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Thomas maybe a little more inside compared to Cam, how wide he got. But, I mean, look at those snuggling up right beside each other.
that's perfect. Oz with the longest one from all of 12 feet.
And no doubt.
This is all just a formality. I know the wind is there. Maybe Leyland will have a putt because he has to straddle out from around the tree. Really want to see him go through it, but I don't think the angle's there, just by the way I'm looking at it now.
Come on, do it for the fans, Andrew.
That was very close to the tree. I saw the shadow, and it was no more than an inch from that tree, so he did not have an easy putt there by any means. These are pretty much just going to be tap-ins.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cam and Thomas on the other hand here, they've got some easy ones.
So what you said, what were the days for your podcast coming out?
Every other Thursday. So we just had one come out on, it would be Thursday, March the 21st. So our next one will be scheduled for April the 4th, and then every other Thursday beyond that.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, it was great to sit down with Oz and have a chat with him, not only about everything he's doing in Ontario, but like you said, him coming back out from an injury, getting back on the course and playing competitively is really awesome to see. Oz is one of the top pros that we have out here in Ontario.
Hole 11, we've moved up from the longs into kind of just behind the basket we just played from. It's a lot more attackable, but there is a potential if you get crazy that you could throw it in the water off the drive because like you want to push distance here.
Yeah.
So if you don't hit your angle, there's trouble to be had.
Yeah, realistically, you just want to find as open into the fairway as you can, and then even still would have an opportunity to go underneath the trees. Or if you want to, I know I've seen some people play going towards that little pump station that you can see there, and then having a approach over the pond to then have a chance for the eagle, which hopefully we'll see some guys go for here.
That's true. Yeah, that pump house is a good target. I know there was a rip in headwind here for all that. That explains probably why Oz's drive turned over so much, but he has so much distance on that he can go highs around his second shot and be pretty comfortable.
Yeah, that'll still leave him. We'll have to keep it low under the trees to get to the basket, but well within Oz's range.
That was not what Andrew was thinking. I know that. I don't really know what went wrong there. I don't know if he was trying to kind of play it safe, but
it was hard to tell what he was lining up.
Yeah. This is it. You go overstable into the headwind and just let the disc ride.
This looks...
As long as he's not behind that, yeah, he's directly.
Yep. Directly behind it. That's the one thing about that play.
I can hear Cam in my mind right now, being just like going, "Oh, what's the building? It's right in my face." Anyways, my impressions are terrible.
Say that's Chris Brown's Cam Zanini impression.
But very unfortunate. Well, look at this, and this is what I mean, is where you could get to the water if you get a little bit out of control. And Thomas, I don't know. It looked like it was landing safe, but
it looked like it might have even hit the tree and stayed in, but I couldn't really tell. It happened so fast.
Leyland's very short.
Yeah,
that was unfortunate. He's pretty much laying up to the spot. Oh, actually, never mind. He pumped that. He's probably wide open to the basket now for his.
Yep.
Look at his thing. This is Thomas.
Wow. So you can see Thomas he's looking right at the basket, right over the pond here.
Mm-hmm. This is look at that stance. This is going to be really difficult from a standstill, as he has thrown that straight over the water. Is that going to be good? Yes.
Waiting for the call from the spotter.
That's not the spotter. That's me.
Nope. Oh.
There
we go.
I think it was in bounds, but I didn't want to call it for them.
I like the jazz hands going on there.
It was sitting like on some like precarious, like, what would you call it, foliage that could have made it inbounds or OB. So I'm hoping they gave it to him, because I thought it was inbounds. This is where Cam got to with this. Another 30 feet, he's in the best position you can be. Right here, he has a layup in essence.
Yep. And
he lays it up very well.
Yeah, that's a great placement for Cam there. That's the thing here too. Even with Andrew, after his short drive, he's still chipping up here and tapping in for birdie.
Yeah. Again. Still, I think making it a par 4 would be a little bit hard, but the par 5 is definitely easy.
Yeah.
I definitely prefer this over the goals. This gives you a little more variety as to what happens. As Tommy, see how far Thomas threw that.
Yeah, he got way out there.
He got pretty lucky to be in bounds, I'm guessing.
Still have a nice birdie cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Oz going for, this is for eagle, right?
This will be for eagle. It's a long one, just outside circle, maybe 42 feet. I can say whatever I want. No one's here to question me.
Yeah.
Thomas making the birdie after. Love Thomas's waves.
Even throwing one out towards the geese on the pond too.
Yeah, very, 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 very lucky to be in bounds and still get the birdie. You'll take that. When you can get away with a mistake this early into a round, it really kind of gets your confidence going a little bit, in my opinion.
I totally agree with that.
Or at least maybe smartens you up is the way to put it.
Yeah, that's a great way to word it.
Mm-hmm.
Really focus you up for the rest of the round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
tapping it in there.
Whole bunch of birdies for a lead card here.
Yeah. Love to see so much green popping up on the screen. Oh, here we go.
I don't know who he's pointing to, because I don't know if they had a gallery or not. Off to hole 12. If you remember, this is where we were laying up from the longs, but now we have a 361 foot drive across the water. I think it actually is 370 or 380, but it plays like 400.
Yeah, it plays a lot longer than it says, even though you can range it too. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty accurate distance-wise, but plays further. Yeah, it's just the landing it on the uphill. You're not getting that extra skip for the extra 20 feet you would normally get. So definitely gettable. Everybody on this card is going to go for this pin and try. And it is a par 4. Yeah. As we said, the pars are not meant for them. They're meant for everybody, and we love them. No complaints. No, as someone myself that. Usually I'm not laying up short, but I'm laying up right, knowing that I'm not going right at the basket. This is incredible to see. Oz
nice
juicing it.
And he put a lot on that one. Did his full reach back, full power throw.
Yep.
He was never coming short on that one.
No. For the pros here, and especially the guys here on the lead card, this is absolutely in the wheelhouse.
That's going to be short, but yeah, this is what you see more often. I guarantee he thought halfway through on the flight that he was going long, and then it ended up on the hillside. Yeah. We talked about this in round 1, how it just seems like you've mashed on it. Cam never gets to flat and then drops. That's dangerous. Wow.
Wow.
He is safe. That is, yeah, he just never got, the tailwind just never let that disc get to flat, and it just almost paid the price for it.
Yeah, once it got over on hyzer, it was really trying to get down.
Thomas going real safe. I think in this wind, you really have to go kind of flexy. You can't rely on the flip, with the bounce.
Some wicked ground reaction there.
Yeah, so use the overstability of the disc to kind of maneuver it to the basket as opposed to trying to finesse it up there. Yeah, that's about all you can do from where he was. He would have had no footing. That hill is incredibly slippery. It's incredibly steep, so you have nothing to push off of from your leg.
Entirely mud right now, basically.
Yeah, Leyland just used all upper body to try and spin that one in.
Yeah.
Props on him to get it up high enough, but that's what it is. Thomas first two, and not sure what happened there. Nose down maybe into the headwind, or maybe just straight up missed. Who knows?
Yeah, that tree was close enough too that could have been in his head a little bit.
Oz
getting the eagle.
Yeah, the eagle on the par 4, which we love.
Yep. Yeah, so we got the rest of our guys just cleaning up.
Extending his lead even more. Look at that, 8 strokes. Which will turn down to 7 strokes after this putt, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, and as the rest of our card here cleans up, I can say that this was the easiest hole to par. No surprise. This averaged a full stroke under par. It averaged 3. And there were actually 3 eagles during this round as well. Caleb Schmidt, Calvin Rorda, and as well as Chris Ozolins that we just saw there. Full drive from Oz.
Off to hole 13 if you want to take over the hyzer shot here.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a complete hyzer over the trees. We said that it wasn't going to play like that from the golds, but I believe one of our competitors proved you wrong.
You know what? You're right. Thank you, Matt, for making me look foolish.
But yeah, from the whites here, I think a lot of players are just going to play. You can see in the bottom or on the right side of your screen there, a grouping of trees. A lot of players are just going to play a hyzer over top of that, crash down. The wind is definitely going to play a lot with you here, but Oz, great drive. The branch of that tree that is right above the basket can certainly play tricks with your putt depending on where you are, though. On the green.
This is all about placement. You got to get your hyzer, and especially in this wind, you can see Leyland just got absolutely destroyed by that wind. It just took him some. Actually, never mind. Maybe I'm misrepresenting that, but the tree there's a tree that fell down. You can see it laying down right there.
Yep.
That thing blocked this hyzer shot last year. And as Cam comes a little low, probably anticipating a little wind lift, and it just never came.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the last tree available there.
Yeah. Anyway, so that tree would block to this shot, and then it fell, so it just opened up this hyzer that now almost everybody takes. It's just, even if you push it along and hit that tree, you still got a 30-foot putt for your 2, so why not take it? The other option is to take a disc straight at it and try to hit the gap, but these guys all went high, which I don't blame them at all.
And all 3, with the exception of Cam, coming up in relatively similar area, just kind of above the basket, looking down at it. Cam unfortunately missing his birdie bid.
What a putt from Leyland. That was going all the way to the bottom if he didn't catch chains there.
Yeah, downhill in a headwind like that is a tough putt. Oz.
Another great putt from Ozzy.
Cash money.
Thomas, the closest drive of them all. Let's see if he can convert. Having to get to the knee because of these branches, but then he's also putting into a headwind, so this is difficult. Yeah, gets the nose down, but he putted it hard enough that it didn't matter.
I really like the placement of this basket on this hole, because like you saw there, anything, it could be 15 feet and you can still have something that's pretty tough.
Yeah. Cam with our solo par on the lead card here. Just unfortunate, really, because he had the best shot, in my opinion. He just didn't get the reaction from the wind that the rest of them did.
Yeah, moving on to hole 14. We've got a par 4 playing from the same tee pad as the golds. So once again, we're going to see guys just trying to put it out into the open of the fairway, something with a little bit of turn, maybe get some full flight out of it. The wind here is not looking fun.
It's a good helping wind, luckily. It is a left to right tail, so you can just go kind of more neutral and let the wind pull it out.
Oz taking full advantage of that.
That was really far. Like, you can see it out there.
Yeah.
Wow. He's going to have an easy upshot there for his 3 if he can do it properly. Leyland going kind of flippier and trying to get the disc to flip. Not bad. That's kind of what you would expect.
Yeah.
That's like normal range.
Yeah.
For MTO players.
Right at the bottom of where it starts to slope back uphill again,
Yeah.
that's where you'll see a lot of discs come in.
Yeah, Thomas going. Ooh. Yeah, and this is the thing. I think I talked about this last round, where you need to throw this as hard as you can.
Yeah.
As soon as you throw it as hard as you can, you put into like mistakes like grip locking into a tree, or like your accuracy just goes out the window. So that is a very common mistake when you're trying to really push it for the easy upshot, and that's what you need to do in this division. You can't take your foot off the gas just because you're scared of grip locking it into a tree.
Well, especially with the pros playing on a shorter layout than they did in the first round, you know you're going to need even more birdies to really make up some ground here.
So Cam was except for Thomas who hit a tree, was the shortest of the bunch, which is still a mash, but it's a tough upshot because the bunker is blocking. Oh no! Don't go too far. That's not the worst. The bunker really blocks the hyzers drop in, so you can't really play out wide. So you have to kind of take what Leyland's doing here and trying to go under the branches.
Yeah, and with it looks like a bit of a left to right wind too. If you play over top of that bunker and you get it more on hyzer, you risk that wind just kind of slamming you down into the bunker.
Yeah. Ozzy's got close enough that he can kind of swing this one with a little more impunity. And does he do it? I mean, yeah, he does it. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Executed perfect.
Cam did really well to get to this spot. Not Cam, sorry, it was Thomas. Did really well to get to Cam got really unlucky.
Yeah.
To get to this spot.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate for Cam, but good to get up, and he'll just have a par clean up there.
Yeah, Thomas to get to here off his second shot is huge. That was everything he needed, and then it's just a layup here. He probably maybe thinking of giving that a run, but it's just not in the cards. You can definitely go off the cage and roll into the bunker there. So Leyland's happy to see it stop.
That was getting scary for a sec. Another birdie for our leader.
Man's unstoppable.
Yeah, he's looking to solidify this one on his own, not let anyone come from behind. And some cleanups here.
We talked about it in the first round, but how lucky were we to have this weather in the middle of March in Ontario for a rated tournament, like a sanctioned tournament.
Unbelievable. And then, of course, within like a week of the tournament, we got some more snow again.
Yeah.
Just to really remind us that we're in Canada.
Yeah, this was so lucky. We could have had a foot of snow. We could have had, freezing rain, anything. I feel like we got the perfect conditions. I will take a little bit of wind.
Yeah, regardless of the wind, being out here with maybe not a lot of sun shining in this particular moment, but
we didn't get any sun on the first day. It was all overcast.
Oh, we were blessed. We were blessed with some sun on the second day.
Yeah, but you got the worst wind.
Yeah.
You got the crazy wind.
You win some and you lose some out here at Kings Forest.
So again, the left-right wind is just stopping this hyzer. Leyland's going mid-range, maybe? In this wind, that's kind of a ballsy move. But he's really good at disc golf, so that makes sense. The left-right wind just stopped anything hyzering coming back. It just dropped it out of the air. You'll see that's why everybody's coming up 20, 30 feet right of the basket. It's just hard to get it to push. Thomas has done really well, but still got that downhill death putt, maybe 20 feet. Let's see what Cam can do for us here. Oh, he's taking this. I saw a lot of people taking this line, and I just... Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Trying to get that pound bag.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the first round, this is the elevated ace hole for the tournament. If you ace this in the tournament, you go home with a nice pound bag.
Man, that was so close. But did he hit it? No.
I think he hit the base. See it again here. This is actually the only time I've ever seen someone actually take this line.
I saw it a few times.
Yeah.
I think the wind was just scaring people away from that hyzer because it was knocking. I can't. Every time I say it, we don't do it. Oh, he hit the cage.
He did hit the cage.
Dang, that was close. Yeah, everybody's getting pushed down, and over here where Leyland was the common spot.
Yeah.
And then you have a death putt. You're putting into a headwind. Yeah, just like that. And he is lucky to come back in bounds.
Yep, that path there is out of bounds.
So, like, I guess maybe he was trying to mitigate that error. As Thomas just whips that into the basket.
A bit of an error on the mini pickup there.
It was all for flourish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rare miss out of our leader.
Oh, yeah. Who knows what that was all about, but it's Leyland. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, two of them there.
You know, he didn't go a B, but he still takes the 4. That's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, if you can find your drive inbounds on this hole, a bogey shouldn't be anywhere even in the realm of what you should do. Unfortunate for Andrew there.
As Cam hits the cage and gets away with the birdie anyways. Yep. So, bonus for him, bonus for Thomas. Leyland and Oz, not so much. Oz has some strokes to play, though.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a cushion.
Back to hole 16. Same tee pad as the first round, where it's just 330-foot forehand hyzer. I think everybody on this card is going to go forehand. Maybe not Cam. Sometimes he surprises me with the turnover backhand, which he's equally as good at. So, Thomas with a good roll.
Some great forward roll.
Yeah, that basket was swinging though.
Yeah.
So Cam also going forehand. It's the play if you have it, because it just filters towards the basket. You have to get kind of finicky. What?
Did that hit the tree?
It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, that must have hit the base of the tree and ricocheted long.
He threw it too good.
That was, unfortunate for Cam there.
Oz goes wide with something overstable. Hopefully he doesn't get caught up by that branches, and that's going to be tough.
Yeah, he is going to have to go probably down to at least a straddle, if not even to a knee. Because the branches that come off of that tree there can leave you with absolutely nothing. What a fantastic throw.
Yeah, 4 for 4 forehands. Cam with a perfect shot gets really unlucky. Ooh,
what a bid.
Look at the basket swing.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Thomas, is that? Or is that Oz? That was Thomas.
Thomas, yep.
And he has to go again. You're allowed to go up there and stop the basket from moving, right? I'm assuming so. As long as you do within your 30 seconds.
I would assume so, too. I'm honestly not too sure if there is a rule on that. Oh wow. That looked low, too.
Nice pot from Leyland there.
Yeah, Andrew with a fantastic birdie.
What does Oz have here? I'm curious. Oh, look at this. He has to stretch all the
to
way
a knee
out.
And a straddle. And still.
2 for 2 off the cage in the last 2 holes. Again, he has lots of strokes to play with, but at this point he's playing more for himself, so he's gonna be upset with those.
Yeah, Oz being the local pro around here, of course the course designer as well. I'm sure he's looking to come out and set some personal records for himself.
Yeah. Still playing great. Still, what is he finished... why am I blanking right now? I think he shot 8 down, so he's still already 7 down on the round.
Yeah.
So, still doing great.
Pretty good start, I'd say.
Same tee pad here. These guys might step down to like a fairway driver, but I still think the play is a distance driver, because you have the hillside to hit on the way up. So if you do throw it a little long, the hillside will catch your distance exponentially.
Yeah, I agree. A stable distance driver out to the right. I'll try and push it as right of that tree that you see there. Do you try and go left or right of that one?
I go in between the two like this.
Yeah, like Landry, yeah.
I think the wide is just too far in my mind.
Yeah.
360 on that steep of a hyzer is just more than I have. But if you have it, it's a safe play.
Yeah, that's what I was trying for in my rounds. A little humble brag.
Yeah. Did Cam go outside of that, or
It
did he
looked
just
like
pull it a little right?
I'm not sure if it was intentional with how short that came up.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that he was trying to go a little more inside.
Yeah. It's a big gap up the gut. It's
It
no
is.
reason not to try and hit it.
Yep.
Obviously, you can make a mistake, but you can make a mistake throwing any angle. So
Yeah, exactly.
Oz doesn't get the skip he probably wanted. That normally would have put him up probably within 20 feet, but
Yeah, that landing area is especially muddy right now.
mhm.
You can see even on the tee pad there as Thomas was teeing off that this is the second round of the day here. A lot of people have been trudging over it. There's been a lot of foot traffic, a lot of muddy spots.
Yeah, it was a good run uphill. It's hard to get the power behind it sometimes.
Yeah.
So
I like to leave it a little. I like that he left it, soft and floaty there too. So even though he missed, he's right there for a nice easy tap.
great putt from Mr. Hums.
Yeah, fantastic. Once again, waving to all of his fans.
Mm-hmm. Everybody, all of his fans are in attendance right now.
Yep.
Ozzy up the hill. Let's see if he can adjust from the last two putts into the cage. Oh yeah,
There we go.
no doubt there. Who do we have left? Mr. Leylando. Oh,
Sit.
that is worst case.
Yeah, and it keeps going.
Those stakes are not OB. I think that is optional relief if he wants it.
Correct.
For mud and water reasons. I would have really liked him to have seen that, but he catches a branch.
Yeah, I think that was really online if it didn't hit that branch there. Unfortunate bogey for Andrew. Second in a row there. Hope to see him bounce back.
And I didn't even realize that yet. No, third and... No,
Or no,
not
sorry.
second.
Sorry, yeah. Two holes ago.
Yeah, he went bogey,
Yeah.
birdie, bogey. The opposite of bounce
Still
back.
thinking of the island.
The opposite of bounce back.
Yeah.
Off to hole 18. The idea is to put it here just to the right of where you see right now in the open and give yourself a shot to the basket over the OB on the next shot. Again, I think the only mistake you can do is putting yourself cut off too close left. And then that's about executing your shots.
Yeah, and where you can see some players playing from there. That is actually OB in the tournament as well. So anything depending on where you're looking at it, past the cart path or to the right of it, if you're looking from going towards the basket, that's all OB.
Before we knew that there was a Mando here, we were looking at going straight left off the tee pad to the basket.
Yep.
And just throwing over the trees.
Yep.
And we knew in our hearts that it was going to be a Mando, but it was still fun to try.
Yeah, you can basically, if you look directly sideways from this tee pad, you can see the basket we're playing to through the trees.
Yeah.
But that Mando keeping you wide. Some great drives here.
Those are the optimal spots. You just, again, there's no reason to push the Mando trees at all. Like, this is as close as I would ever risk getting to those Mando trees, and that's a perfect shot, though. Like, they could have Mandoed that tree there, and it probably would have made people play this hole better, in my mind.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think the common miss and what can really screw you up, like this is great.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah, you now just have a wide open hyzer. If you come on short and left, you really force yourself to almost have a layup sometimes.
Leyland let that go a little inside, especially with the wind kicking him, and he got saved a little bit. He's not going to be great, but from there he'll be able to push the basket.
Yeah, you could have ended up real deep there if not for that tree.
We did have a headwind right to left, so as soon as it started hyzering back, it started hyzering back a lot. As you can see, Thomas comes up a little short, but great shot.
Really hyzering out there, like you were saying.
I found it difficult here to, because the worst thing you can do is turn this over and stay OB the whole way. So it's about committing to either a wide hyzer angle and hoping it skips, or just as Oz catches early.
Fortunate to not kick left too far into that junk on the left there, because it can really be jail.
It's actually a really well designed hole in my mind. It gives you placement shots, 2 placement shots with a lot of difficulty, where you also reward some power, so you can really rely on those hyzer angles. I don't know, this should just happen with Cam there, but let's just assume he's in the basket.
It was a great position off the drive.
Yeah, just assume he's in the basket.
Yeah.
Nice 2, Cam. Well done. Nice upshot from Ozzy there.
Touch.
Taking a 4 here. If you gave me a 4 off the tee pad, I'd probably walk away with it.
I think a lot of people would take that deal.
Yeah. So,
especially as the wind starts to blow. Once you get around that corner and you're looking at a headwind with all that OB to the right, anything that turns over is going OB. Yeah. It can really get intimidating.
Yeah. Couple layups here. Leyland giving it a run after catching some branches on the way through. This is all just a formality at this point with these guys in my mind, but anything can happen in this wind.
Yeah, the wind can always play tricks, but I'm confident in our group here. And looking at the stats, this hole actually averaged the highest over par. This averaged 4.93, so a full 0.93 strokes over par. Oof. The hardest of the day. There were no birdies on this hole during this round.
I'm not surprised. Yeah. Especially the second round of the day. You're probably not as focused because you're probably a little tired, and then the wind did pick up a lot for this round. So
yeah.
It's just a difficult time. That's all it is.
Yep. Like you said, moving on with a par, you're going to be happy with that.
If you want to learn how to throw, study that film you just watched right there.
Yeah, moving on now to hole 19, par 3. Like we said in the first round, this is arguably the easiest hole on the course. You'll see guys throwing some mid-ranges. Maybe, I don't know if any of the guys on this one will be throwing putters, but a lot of mid-ranges. Even looks like a fairway out of Oz.
Yeah, probably maybe an Omen or something like that of Oz.
Just something overstable.
Yeah. There's something you can use, because like we saw in the last round, everybody didn't get left enough, right? Yeah. So something fast and overstable, you can put on hyzer and it'll just fight it the whole way.
Yeah. Oz executing that perfectly there.
Mm-hmm. Bunch of Carter Tukes.
This can get up and through.
A little short, but he got a good roll to put himself at a puttable range.
I think if that got another 2 feet of airtime, it wouldn't have taken so much speed on the slope and would have got right up there perfectly, but just a touch short. It's like this.
Cam doing the same thing.
Yep.
And this, again, 2 mid-ranges, 2 discs that the wind just won't let them get to the basket.
Yeah.
So in my mind, this is a mid-range if it's no wind, and I go Firebird. If it Leyland, look at that right under the basket.
Yeah. Watch your head there as you go to pick that one up. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's just, the fairway drivers don't go that much farther than the mid-ranges.
No.
So in my mind, just disc up, and who knows, maybe you'll get an ace.
Yep. Looks like that's what that was out of Andrew there, so.
Look, it's still swinging. Nobody's been here in a while. The basket's just swinging because of wind.
Oh my goodness. One of these floaty bids out of Cam.
Mm-hmm. He's got a really controlled nose-up spin putt, and it always starts dropping right as it gets to the basket, so it's never too far, even when he misses, which is rare.
Thomas with a comebacker now.
Yeah. Thomas was zip on his putt today, which is nice to see.
Yeah. Good to see him with a nice confident stroke there after missing that first one. Looked like it was around the same distance. Oz with a easy birdie.
Marks his disc for him. Look at this. Now he's got to go putt from an awkward position.
There we go. Just
Mind
drop
games.
his
Mind
driver.
games, I
Yeah.
tell you.
Oh,
And he hits his head.
Concussion.
These guys are goofballs.
Yeah. Love to see him having fun out there.
There you go. Follow through. Nice and smooth. Thank you, Pound Disc Golf.
I think that does it do it for our front 11, I believe.
Yeah, wow, it went by so quick.
I know, it creeps up on us.
Look at those scores, eh? Just Oz going another 8 down from 11 this time.
Yeah, Oz separating himself from the field on his own
Yeah.
course here.
Leyland falling a little bit behind on the leaders and Cam and Thomas, but he's still there. Really, this is a one horse. You're chasing down second at this point, so
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Like we said, top 3 spots move into provincials. So we got even if we got a runaway leader, we got some other things to play for here. So interested to see how that'll come down.
yeah, it's going to be really fun. We got some the front 10 are in my mind the more interesting kind of chain. Things can happen a lot on the front 10. So
Yeah, absolutely. Great to be here. Make sure you guys subscribe to Missed Mando podcast. Listen to myself and my partner Sean Galbraith and Galen Naidu Harris. New episodes every Thursday.
that's awesome. Looking forward to listening to it. We'll see you on the back 10. I am Chris Brown.
And I'm Robbie Holden.